Yo, my tubers, we're back for some more drafting. We're going to change things up this time. It is going to be an invasion block draft here on Magic Online. I know, your eyes are in pain. It hurts. It's going to be hard to read the cards and whatever. Anyways, this is a very old format. This is one of the first formats that I drafted heavily back in my youthful younger years of like 40 years old. Anyway, this came out in like the year 2000, 2001. Invasion block includes Invasion, Plane Shift, and Apocalypse. Sets used to be released in blocks, so you would get one set, and it would kind of connect with the two following sets. Anyways, let's just jump right in. This is a crazy format. We're going to first pick this Stalking Assassin. I don't have much time to go over all the cards, but Exclude is fantastic. That's a reprint, of course. Kavu Climber, a bunch of other good ones in here. More than anything, this is a very nostalgic format, so I don't think this is a good format to just go and play, especially if you've never played it before. One of the biggest things about this is the decks are usually 3, 4, 5 colors, and there's really poor fixing. But this set was definitely ahead of its time in terms of the. Well, I'm not going to say the color pie, but you'll see as we get into some games. Anyways, second pick here, we've got like a Fertile Ground for a little bit of fixing if we want to. Quirion Elves is decent fixing. Sadly, we don't have anything good to go with our Stalking Assassin first pick. I guess we could take like Sparring Golem here. In this format, like 3 mana 2/2s, 5 mana 3/3s. Actually not the worst things in the world. But yeah, this was like a pseudo bomb in the format back in the day. I don't mind just taking the Sparring Golem here if we want to, but I think I'm going to go with the Elves. It's really weird, the color pie. So the first pack is ally colors. The second pack is enemy. Wait, no, is that right? I'm getting confused again. But in any case, first and second pack are ally colors. Third pack are enemy colors. And so you get this weird overlap where a lot of the times you get a lot of powerful cards in pack 3, but you can't really play them very well because of the colors you've played. Anyways, we've got a Plague Spore here, surprisingly good. Destroy target non-black creature and a land. They can't be regenerated for 6 mana. Recover is very good. Any 2-for-1s are fantastic. Tidal Visionary, this type of card is actually a huge sleeper in this format. It does a ton of work because a lot of cards care about the color or colors of creatures. So just something to note there. As we get ourselves like a 4 mana 3/3 here. That is a surprisingly good one. There's a Shivan Zombie here. Black-red 2/2 protection from white. A lot of cards have protection in this format as well. And unlike hexproof, protection is very, very broken. So I normally like to go in the Grixis color alignment. That is blue, black, red. You get a lot of the most powerful cards in the format, and you also get access to like some really nice ones in the last pack, like Jilt, Razorfin Hunter, a lot of good blue-red cards in the last pack. I'm going to go ahead and just take the Trenchworm here. Like I said, 4 mana 3/3 is good enough in this format, and then this has some good upside as well. Okay. Got our choice here between like a Phyrexian Slayer. Again, another surprisingly good card. 4 mana 2/2 flyer is good in this format, but I think we're going to just take the Sulfur Vent. There are a bunch of these lands that enter tapped, add 1 of a color, but then you can tap and sacrifice to add 2 different colors. And normally that's going to be, again, in the color pairing that I want of Grixis. Got a Vidalian Zombie here, nice blue-black one. 2/2 pro green, not shabby. 2/2 flying first strike for 4 is fantastic if we want to do that. But I think I'll just take the zombie here. And get past, let's see, Slimy Kavu. There are a bunch of these creatures that can tap and turn a land into either one of any basic land type or a specific land type. And the blue creatures that do so are actually really, really good. Dream Thrushes, which we didn't see any of, sadly, are 1/1 flyers that have that ability for 2 mana. Sea Snids are going to be in the next pack. They're 3/3s for 5 with that ability. And then Reef Shaman in the last pack is a 0/2 with that ability. But for us, we've got like a Nightscape Apprentice or Fire Screamer. Kind of like taking the 1-drop here. Wow, actually Rainbow Crow is another fantastic pickup. So is the Phyrexian Reaper. Another good one, but 4 mana 2/2 flyer that can change its colors is good. Sadly, we don't have any fixing. Oh, Worldly Council is not terrible if I don't want to take the 2/2 flyer here. Another Fire Screamer in the pack as well. 6 mana 4/4, honestly, not the worst card in the world. It's going to be bigger than the majority of cards in the format. Kind of like taking the Council, though, and going for a little bit of dig value. So mainlining blue-black in the first pack, very, very common. There's going to be a lot of good black-red and black-blue cards in the second pack, ideally. And then in pack 3, we're going to really be on the lookout for the blue-red cards. No fixing as of yet is kind of unfortunate, but I mean, a lot of the times what you end up doing is you go, if you know what you're doing anyways, is you go super heavy 2-color and then just a minor splash of that last color depending on what you pick up. So we get the Sparring Golem on the wheel, that's fine, over what target player discards. Pain and Suffering, surprisingly not a terrible card, but okay. Metathrun Zombie could be okay if we want to, versus the Ancient Spring. Kind of like taking the land / fixing here instead, but certainly nothing wrong with the zombie. Yeah, this is kind of close. I think I'd rather go with the land, though. Sway of Illusion, surprisingly playable. 2 mana instant, any number of target creatures become the color of your choice until end of turn, and then it cycles. And then these last few picks don't matter. This is a Phantom event as well, so sadly you don't get to keep the cards, but I don't even mind Barons Unmaking. There are a lot of these cards that have this ability, or rather do something else, or get neutered if they have the most color. Anyways, this is return target permanent to its owner's hand if that permanent shares a color with the most common color among all permanent. So it can only bounce a permanent if it's the most prevalent color, if that makes sense. Okay, pack 2. This is Plane Shift. We open 2 of the best ones you can open. Actually, we open like 3 of the best ones you can open. Magma Burst, one of the most powerful removal spells in this format, most powerful burn spells in this format. 4 mana, 3 damage to any target, but then you can sacrifice 2 lands to deal 3 damage to an additional target. So that's going to be my choice here. We are passing a couple of good ones, though, like I mentioned. Terminate. Obviously can't beat that card. Just destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. And then that Sea Snid that I was talking about earlier, the 5 mana 3/3 that can fix your mana. Or you can also turn off some opponent's mana. Our rare here being the Samite Elder. Another powerful one, but I think I like taking the Magma Burst here over Terminate, but I think it's close. I don't expect us to wheel any of those cards, sadly. Got a Cavern Harpy here. It's one of these, they're called gating creatures, where you have to return a different creature with the same color as it. This is good if we had taken like Ravenous Rats, but we didn't see any in the first pack, sadly. Nightscape Familiar here. Blue and red spells cost 1 less. That's a good one. Hunting Drake is super, super good in this format too, since everybody's running so many colors. This is usually going to find a target. Mire Kavu, just surprisingly good. 4 mana for a 4/3. If you have a swamp, that's going to be bigger than the majority of creatures. I think I like the Hunting Drake here a little bit more than anything else, but okay, and let's see. Yeah, pretty easy Rushing River here now. This is another one of those just crazy good kicker cards. This and the Magma Burst are some of the strongest kicker cards you can get. Just way too much value. 3 mana to bounce a non-land permanent, and then if you pay the kicker of sacrificing a land, you bounce an additional non-land. Here's another insane card that people sleep on. 3 mana, Lash Knife Barrier. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card. If a source would deal damage to a creature you control, it deals that much damage -1 instead. Kind of gross. I'm not going to splash it here. We have another Rushing River, Caldera Kavu. A Confound is pretty solid. Even Maggot Carrier would not be the worst. But I think I like doubling up on the Rushing River. Okay, we have a Confound again. A Death Bomb is not terrible. There goes another good removal spell in white. There's also a Mire Kavu here. Kind of just like taking the Mire Kavu now. Although we are heavier blue than anything else, and I don't know how many swamps we're actually running, but this is a nice big creature. More hobbles going around. I don't remember what this one does. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player returns a creature they control to its owner's hand. That's kind of funny. Another Mire Kavu, another Lava Zombie. I don't think we want Lava Zombies, but I guess we can just keep taking 4 mana 4/3s. Could be that at the end of the day we go super heavy blue-red, which is going to pay off in the last pack, because that's where you're normally going to get the powerful blue-red cards. But these Mire Kavus definitely want swamps. A lot of the times I'll run 18 lands in this format too, especially with like 3 of these sack land kicker cards. And you often want to be on the draw in this format, just because everybody is setting up. Like, this is not a super aggressive format. We drew a Planeswalker's Fury. Interesting. There's a Fury in each color. They have some weird effects. I don't think this card is necessarily bad, but I don't think it's that good. And the fact that you can only play it as a sorcery means, you know, if your opponent is Hellbent or it's later in the game, it does nothing. So I think we're just going to take the Nightscape Familiar here. No fixing yet. It's kind of sad. Morgue Toad. All right. I mean, that's a little bit of fixing in a sense. 3 mana 2/2 that sacks for a blue and a red. Could be worse. Okay, wow, we wheeled the Sea Snit out of this pack, which is kind of crazy. This is one of the better blue cards you can pick up, so feels like people are undervaluing, or maybe not, maybe they just don't know the format very well. Because, yeah, this is a surprising all-star. I think Dream Thrush is the best of these, the 2 mana 1/1 flyer with the same ability, but Sea Snit is secondary. Because Reef Shaman has an 0/2. Like, yeah, it fixes and can screw your opponent, but it doesn't do anything beyond that because of the lack of power, of course. Another Nightscape Familiar and another Mire Kavu now. Wow. Maybe we don't even need this Rainbow Crow after all. I guess I'll take another Familiar instead of the Mire Kavus. I don't know. Like I said, we're going to get a lot of, well, hopefully, blue-red cards in the last pack. I don't think there are too many, let's see. Yeah, there's not any red-black or blue-black in pack 3 because it's all enemy. Goblin creatures get +1/+1. No, that doesn't do anything. Ooh, Quicksilver Daggers, Jilts, Razorfin Hunters. Are those the top 3? Yeah, we got a Caldera Kavu too. Maggot Carrier. If I had some of those bounce creatures, the Maggot Carrier would be worthwhile, but the Caldera Kabu's pretty solid. These cards don't matter. All right, pack 3. Let's go. I would not be surprised if we end up cutting a lot of black, though. Opened. Ah, sad. Sad, sad, sad. This pack was not what we wanted to be opening. I mean, we got some good cards here. I'll go through them. Captain's Maneuver is really good. Strong red-white removal spell that protects something of yours and kills one of their things. This can also go to their face. Death Mutation, super expensive but super powerful. There's a Coalition Honor Guard. This card is been reprinted multiple times, so you've probably seen it by now, but makes everything hell on your opponent. Consume Strength, super good green-black combat trick / removal spell. Then there's like an Urborg Elf here as well. For us, we have the Coastal Drake. This can be a surprising all-star. There are a decent number of playable Kavu in the format, and if you get lucky enough to have opened like a Flame Tongue Kavu in the second pack, you can combo this with Coastal Drake. But 3 mana, 2/1 flyer, already good baseline with random upside. Phyrexian Rager here for us now. Another Coalition Honor Guard, another Consume Strength. We can always play Living Airship if it comes back around. Don't need the regeneration mana to make this good. 4 mana, 2/3 flyer is solid in the format, but obviously Rager is just a little bit too good there. Oh wow, Desolation Giant. Crazy. I'm not playing white, so can't play it, but this card is real good if you can. Here we're just taking another Coastal Drake. We're not seeing any of the red-blue cards. That's really, really bad. Yeah, man, wow. Maybe they're just not being opened because we're not seeing much. We're seeing a bunch of these Consume Strength garbages. I mean, Kavu Malar in the pack. We can take like Shimmering Mirage, but we don't want to run it. Kavu Glider's pretty medium when I already have a bunch of other flyers. Yikes. This was the pack that we were hoping to really solidify us, but no Jilt, no Hunter, no Quicksilver Dagger, and that was pick 4, so I'd be a little bit surprised if we saw any of those at this point. Yeah, really, really bad. Another Coalition Honor Guard going around. Could have been that I was supposed to be in another color pairing. I guess Zombie Boa is not a bad one to take if we're wanting to do that. 5 mana, 3/3, that is very hard to block. I guess I'm not hating on that. So I don't think this deck got there. It is okay, but it's not great. I think we can probably what? Probably cut something like, what, Sway of Illusion maybe? Because like I said, we want to run like 18 lands here. Could cut the Morgue Toad. That's also not super impressive. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. We're just straight up 3-color with essentially no fixing. Oh wow, we picked up a freaking super late Razorfin Hunter here. What is this, pick 6 now? Okay, that gives me good hope. That I'm guessing that there just weren't many of the good red-blue cards open, because if we're getting this 6th pick, that's a good sign. I mean, look at this card quality. Blue-red for a 1/1, but you can tap to deal 1 damage to any target. These type of cards in Limited are always hosers, and there are so many 1-toughness creatures in this format that this was always an all-star. So maybe we could still get a Quicksilver Dagger. I doubt we're going to see a Jilt this late, but that That hunter was a nice one. Yeah, well, back to garbage. Yeah, we're not going to be playing any of these, sadly. Into a last pick. Well, wrong red-blue card. I don't really care for Kavu gliders. Yeah, we're not running any of those. All right. Could take the Whirlpool Drake if we wanted, I guess. 4 mana, 2/2 flyer. This is not bad in the late game if you sandbag some lands, I guess. Maybe that's a play. But yeah, that was a nice Razorfin Hunter pickup. We can probably just cut the Sway of Illusion. Sideboard Bloodfire Dwarf. And then we'll go 18 lands. Let's see, red is the main splat. No, well, I mean, just look at this. This is going to be the classic 6/6/6, effectively. We need blue and black earlier than red, though, for the most part. We do get the spring and the vent. And welcome to Invasion block drafting. So yeah, like I said, we're going to run 18 lands, and we're going to choose to be on the draw if we win the die roll. Okay, let's go ahead and add. So Ancient Spring is blue baseline, Sulfur Vent is black baseline. And this taps for white-black. So I don't think we need 7 islands. We can probably get away with 6. Good old 6/5/5. So that gives us 7 blue, 6 black, 5 red. That seems all right to me. And there we go. Little invasion block draft. Submit this and we'll go to round 1. Okay, here's round 1 of this invasion block draft. We are on the draw because we won the die roll, and we have chosen to be on the draw. Our hand is very slow, but it's certainly a keep. If this were any other format, 3/4 drops is not where you would want to be, of course. And that's not to say you can't have faster decks, but for the most part, there's still going to be 3 colors. So, draw ourselves a Nightscape Familiar off the top. Let's go ahead and play that out. If we draw an untapped land, we can actually cast any of our 4 drops on turn 3. Kavu Glider from the opponent. We did draw an untapped land. Fantastic. We really want to draw a Swamp here. Oh, I actually missed an attack for 1 damage. It was a free roll. But yeah, Swamp to get us a 4/3, and then another 4/3 would be kind of crazy. That's a very good sign for us if they're just giving their Kavu Glider flying for the turn. They might have like a Terminator other burn spell, though. Oh, I see. Lava Zombie to bounce it. Sure. Razorfin Hunter now. Well, I think I'm pretty happy to trade for their gating creature if they would like to. And we can do a couple of different things here. We could just play out another Mire Kavu, which I think I like doing. Or we could have gone for Razorfin Hunter to stop their 2/1. Rushing River on... I mean, a bounce spell on any gating creature is just so brutal. Illuminate or something? Soul Burn, sure. Swamp? No, another mountain. Alright, but this is still a good turn for us. We get to attack for 4. And then play the Razorfin Hunter and then our Rainbow Crow. We are very far ahead of the opponent. Not surprising to see them in Grixis, though. Again, I do think Grixis is the best. I guess they call them shards nowadays. Wedges? No, shards? I don't know. The best 3-color pairing, quote unquote pairing. The best 3 colors that you can play in this format together. No plays. Okay. That's a little concerning since... I mean, I guess they wouldn't want to play out their 2-1 in the face of Razorfin Hunter. I think here what I'm going to do is just attack with the flyer. And play out my Trenchworm. We're going to hold up our Rushing River here. Okay, so they might just not have anything that they can do in this. Because if they play out their 2-1, we just ping it. So I'm going to probably go for the bounce at end of turn and just start smashing out as they have a 2 damage to any target spell. I will let my Crow die. And actually, maybe I just smash in with everything now. This seems good to me. Force the action. If they trade, that's actually okay. Yeah. Alright, I'm good with this. I'm guessing the Razorfin Hunter is just hosing them. Like I said, so many 1-toughness creatures in this format. And there are good removal spells, but I mean, sometimes you just can't do anything in the face of that. We don't really have much of a sideboard unless we want to bring in more bounce, but with double Rushing River, I don't think that's a necessity. So let's just resubmit. Go to the next game, see if they put me on the play. Or if they choose to be on the play themselves. They did. All right. Oh, man. How many blue sources am I running in this deck? 6 islands and Ancient Spring, so 7 blue sources. I'm going to keep this. It's clearly a little bit risky, but we have quite a few blue sources, and Magma Burst does buy quite a bit of time. And it's not like the opponent's going to pressure us out a lot anyways. So. Three mana 2/2. Nice. Well, we have certainly drawn a lot of red sources. And this is pretty normal for a game in this format where people are missing clearly one of their colors, like they're missing red, I'm missing blue. Oh, but I drew out of it first, it looks like. So yeah, let's go ahead and lead on the Razorfin Hunter then. Ask them the question. Oh, they have Exclude? Ooh, they did. All right. Good card to have there. Still missing red, though. As they play a 2/2 flyer. All right, so this is whenever it becomes blocked. It gets +1/+1 for each creature blocking it. Coastal Drake Pass. They're probably going to bounce that back to their hand with something. Oh, Living Airship. All right. So I think we just Magma Burst here. Or I could rush... Actually, you know what? Maybe Rushing River Tempo is a better line. Yeah, because we can save the burn spell for face then. So they're going to play like their 2/3 flyer out or something. Oh, what is this? Destroy target non-black creature. Okay. So yeah, all the battle mages in this format are also just very, very good. It's a good draw. So we might have them dead next turn, or pretty close to it. Because if they just play out like their living airship, we can magma burst the airship, magma burst their face, and then force them to chump. I'm going to have to sacrifice 2 lands to do that, though. Let's go for it. They've confound? Wow, they did. Very nice. Alright, so they're probably going to double block my Meyer Kavu, and we'll just kill the living airship then. Good beats, good beats. Yeah, that was the perfect card for them to have there. Oh, so now they're going to play out their other flyer, right? Their Slayer, I think it was. Oh, a kicker card. Ah, Soulburn. Sure. Yeah, we're falling behind. We only got them to 8, too. Man, the Confound and Exclude were really brutal. Oh, geez. Gargantua is so, so good. ETB, draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. I don't think we trade here. Gotta go for like another Rushing River kill or something. Maggot Carrier, too. Wow. Hey, there's that other Rushing River. It's sad, though. We want them to draw a mountain so they can hurry up and play a red card so I can bounce it. Island. I mean, if I bounce both of these and put them to 5, or put them to 3, they can't really replay them. I kind of like doing that. Obviously, I still need to draw a land now to recast one of these 5-drops, but they have so many cards stranded in their hand. Bounce their familiar, Battle Mage. Okay. And a 3/3, nice. Well, that is slightly awkward. I mean, eventually they're going to find a red source and they're going to do some business to me. Yeah. Go to 5. There's their Slayer we knew about. Wow, this poor Hunting Drake. I could have played out the Hunting Drake a little while ago. Ice my mountain, draw a card. Nice. Alright, that'll do her. Damn. They must have had a bunch of stranded red cards in their hand, but we could just not pressure enough. Or they had the good, like one of the best cards at the time. That Confound was brutal. Because remember, the Confound, I sacrificed 2 lands and they countered it. So Magma Burst, you have to have another target. Right? I don't recall being able to Magma Burst the same target twice. Oh wait, can you? Could I have Magma burst their face for 6? Oh crap. Now I'm starting to think I might have messed up. Let's see. I'm looking it up right now. Right, okay, so it is another. It specifies another. It deals 3 damage to another target. Okay, didn't mess up then. Game 3, round 1, we will choose to be on the draw, and hey, that is perfect looking mana to me. Come on, Razorfin Hunter off the top. Hunter. Boo. Terminal Moraine. Sack it, search your library for a basic land, put on the battlefield tab, then shuffle. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and run into Exclude if they have it. Can't wait forever. Alright, and they're just gonna activate the Moraine. And they have all 3 colors this time. Four mana no plays is kind of scary. They could have another Exclude, but again, I don't mind just continuously tapping out, because if they don't, it's just way too good. What was that? Agonizing Demise. That's another really nice common. Ooh. Alright. Attack for 2 and play our lovely little Snitty. We know they have the Battlescape Familiar in their deck, but wow, what kind of hand did they keep? They might be flooding out. I guess I'll main phase this and look for something good. Trenchworm, nice. That's a funny one, because we can actually blow up their Battlefield Forge then. I mean, if they're just going to pass, we're going to attack instead, right? 3 damage is way too good here instead of killing their Battlefield Forge, I think. Yeah, this is gotta be right. There's a double white Wrath in the format, but I can't recall there being a Grixis Wrath. I'm guessing they just have a bunch of lands in their hand. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe they'll reveal the hand after their game, but they must have been flooding out severely. Oh, they had a bunch of Cavern Harpies that they couldn't return. And then a bunch of counter spells that weren't doing anything because they couldn't get their... I mean, that's part of the format. I mean, you got to draft creatures for these gating creatures. So, kind of funny. All right, GG's 1-0. Okay, we are for round 2 of this Invasion block drafto. Chosen to be on the draw. And a respectable enough hand. 2 lands, plus we can Worldly Council for another land if we need to, although we just ripped the swamp off the top like a professional. In fact, I guess I don't need to Worldly Council for a land anymore. We probably want to wait till later on in the game where I can pick and choose a couple of better cards. Coastal Drake looks like it might be pretty good here if they don't have a kill spell for this. As I mentioned, there are a bunch of good playable Kavu, so Coastal Drake can do a lot of work if it doesn't get strafed to death. Might be taking 3 damage here if they pump, sure. That's fine. Can't go wrong with just drawing land. I mean, I have 18 lands in the deck, so I guess it's not surprising I'd be drawing lands, but have to be a little bit careful here. The Kavu can change its color, so if I try to like Hunting Drake it and they do have the green available, they can negate that. Can't block, they have pump ability. And it looks like they're just going to go full on. All right. I'm not upset by that. Like, yeah, they're hitting me for quite a bit of damage, but if they're not developing out their board, then we might be able to just put too much damage on the board, because they're only hitting me for 4, and now I have 6 power myself. Really don't want to see them have a Magma Burst, I guess. It'd be pretty funny if they have like a Plague Spores in their hand and I'm just not giving them a black target, for a non-black target rather. Okay, they're still going for it. Wow, yeah, sure. I'll take 4. You're planning on taking 6, I guess? Okay. Beautiful. The island gives us the full value on our Worldly Council. And I think we'll just fire that off right now for 3. And found some more good ones. I'm going to get the Rushing River here instead of the creatures, because I don't need any more pressure. I just want some more interaction. Gonna be pretty brutal for them if they just go for a mass pump again. Exotic Curse. Okay, I think I'm willing to save my zombie boa. Bounce their Kavu, bounce my zombie boa. And then if they replay it out, we can time walk them with the Hunting Drake. Very nice. And we might just have lethal next turn if they just recast the Kavu. We can Magma Burst their Kavu, Magma Burst their face. Ah, they have another burn spell, sure. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Target that. Sack. All right, good luck. And a 3/3 gets there. Nice. All right, so we're playing against Jund. Bounce spell doesn't seem terrible. But, yeah, I don't think we really need to do much sideboarding. Maybe a bounce spell over... No, again, I have 2 Rushing Rivers already. Don't think we need to do too much sideboarding. We'll just go to the next game. Okay, game 2 of the second round. Our opponent has chosen to be on the play. Silly. Don't you know you're supposed to be on the draw? Our hand looks pretty good. Don't have a red source yet, but we have the Worldly Council to dig, plus 2 good creatures to lead off on. We're going to want to sandbag our Stalking Assassin until later. Oh man, they're just getting color screwed here, it looks like. So I'm just going to attack for 2 and pass, and Worldly Council for 2, look for a red source, as they're on mono black. That is not a red source, but we will take another land. And just play some more random 2/2s. This might be over pretty quickly. Yeah, 5 swamps now. Oh, they do have a zombie boa to play, though, so that's good. Okay. Well, we can attack with this, because if they block it, it turns into a 3-3. And now we're going to go ahead and just hand dump Familiar here, plus Assassin. We want to get the Familiar online ASAP, so that's going to let us snid next turn. As they played a curse on my Assassin to give it -1/-1. That is good enough. Go Snid, go. If Snid lives, then we're probably just going to win. Grave Defiler. 2/1 regenerator that puts all zombies into their hand. And they did hit a maggot carrier. Okay. Fair enough. Another land for us. Kind of want a Magma Burst this turn. Kind of. Have to sack 2 lands. I guess we could just Plague Spores instead, but Plague Spores, when they finally draw another land, is just so good. But if I Magma Burst kill both of these, I get to attack. I don't know. All these plays seem fine. What's the most winning gameplay, though? I think the burst might be a little bit too aggressive. I'm okay to use the Plague Spores here, I get. Oh, non-black! Oh! Well, I guess we're just going to play out our Meyer Kavu instead. And then we can actually still just attack with the Sparring Golem. Right. Turns out you can't Plague Spores a black creature. 6th swamp now. Funny. Sure. Coastal Drake's not bad. It's 2 mana. They can regenerate now, though. Yeah, I mean, that's just Coastal Drake. And Kavu. Say go. Ooh, Dead Ringers. That's what they were waiting for me to play another blue creature. Yikes. Well, they don't have regeneration mana active anymore, so we still have some good attacks, but possible I'm not even supposed to have ran into a Dead Ringers like that. Such a weird card. Destroy 2 target non-black creatures unless either one is a color the other isn't. That is some wording. Alright, so they're going to trade for the Sparring Golem there. That's good. They're going to trade there. That's good. And they're going to take 4? I am okay with that. Another regenerator, sure. But that should do her, right? We go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 to face, 1 to Defiler. 1, 2, 3 rather. 1 to face, 1 to Defiler. Sack, sack. They go to 2. We attack out. And them's the breaks. GG's. They actually did a lot of stuff for never drawing more than just a swamp. Kind of crazy. But nice little 2-0 start here. Let's see if we can convert to a trophy. One more. And the third and final round here of this invasion block draft. We have once again successfully lost the die roll, as you should do if you would like to be on the draw. But I think a lot of people still choose to be on the play, even if they win the die roll. Pretty land-heavy hand here, but with Phyrexian Rager, I am definitely happy to keep it. There is merit to leading with an island or a mountain, because I do have a Razorfin Hunter in the deck. But I think it's okay to play the tap land out, because we still want to try to play on curve if possible. Our opponent on blue-red as well. We would really not like to see them have an exclude here. Awesome. Yeah, 3, 4, 5. Good curve by me. So they could have some interactive spells. Yikes. Okay, that 8th land was not particularly good. They could have some removal spells here, or they could just be missing colors or something. Again, not worth trying to play around something right now. Just going to keep curving out, playing out stuff. They're going to Rushing River here? That is a bold strategy. Especially since they bounced my Rager, which gets to redraw a card. Huh. I'm pretty happy with that. So they went for a Volcano Imp. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go ahead and just be most mana efficient here. Play our Kavu. And if we don't want to attack with our Snid... Sorry, play our Snid, not our Kavu. If we don't want to attack with our Snid, we can start turning a land into a different type. They also have a Snid here. I think we kind of want to just go for a tempo play. Yeah, this seems like a pretty good turn to Rushing River them back. Attack for 3 and get out some more good pressure. Like if they just replay their Snid, for example, we still get to make good attacks next turn. Oh, I see. They're going to play a 4-drop and a 1-drop. Is that even good? All right, let's just go to combat. I assume they're going to double block the Snid here, which I'm okay with. Either that or they have gating creatures and they don't want to block at all. All right, they're just going to chump. In that case, that's great by us. We'll just hit them for 2. Play our Rager out, draw a card, and then probably play out our Coastal Drake. Very nice. All right, they're over it. They played a very defensive Rushing River, whereas ours was very offensive. And yeah, we are quickly up a game here in the 3rd and final round. Just need to win one more to get that trophy, baby. Bum, bum, bum. Sideboard, once again, irrelevant for the most part. Run it back. We'll see if they choose to be on the play or the draw. They did put me on the play. Well played. We're going to keep this hand. We are 1 land short of actually just curving out in a crazy style. If I can go turn 2 Familiar, turn 3 Kavu, turn 4 Kavu, the game will end very quickly. So, really, come on. Any untapped land next turn is GG. Can we do it? Oh no. Oh no, that's bad. That's very bad. We bricked on land 1, and they played a Razorfin Hunter. That's very bad. Yeah, I'm just going to let them shoot one of them. If I had drawn an untapped land there, I would have had to Magma Burst the Hunter, but we are in bad shape. Yep. Might be okay if we still draw an untapped land next turn, but yikes. Oh, sure, they're going to repulse it. Okay, I don't mind that. I do mind not drawing a land. 16 lands in the deck, bricking on 3 draw steps is not very likely, but so be it. Happens. Yeah, their deck looks pretty good too. Good old Sparring Golem. So this is only when it attacks and gets blocked, not when it blocks, sadly. Ooh, the Quicksilver Dagger. All right, so we need to draw a land to Magma Burst ASAP. Both of these are super relevant, but now this is the Quicksilver Dagger. Enchant creature does deal 1 damage to target player or planeswalker, and then you draw a card. So really, really disgusting card. Way too much card advantage. I guess I do it now. If they have a Confound, though, we can probably just concede. Hopefully they just have Ping. And okay, phew. Feeling a little bit more confident now with the dagger gone. So they have a 2/3 Forest Walker. Not the best card. I don't mind if they block and trade after shooting. That's fine by me. It's more of a sideboard card than anything else. So then I started slamming 4/3s for 4. We did see Rushing River in their deck last game, so we could certainly get huge tempoed out here. Oh, Jilt. So that was the card I was talking about during the draft. Return a creature to its owner's hand, and then if it was kicked, 2 damage to another creature. Brutal. As we get to Kavu plus Zombie. So they bounced my Sparring Golem and then dealt 2 to the Kavu and finished it off with a Ping. Another Repulse? Holy crap. Wow, their deck is actually insane. Feels like we might have gotten a little bit lucky in the first game then. I mean, we missed a land drop here, but their cards are nasty. I guess let's go digging. Sadly, my own Razorfin Hunter is not doing very much for us, huh? I guess we're just going to take land. Wish we had a Confound. Their deck has a lot of good targeted creature removal. 2 Repulse, Jilt, and then the Rushing River we saw in game 1. And yeah, they still get to attack with their Serpent, because if I block with my Kavu, they get to ping it. Two cards left in their hand. One after this, another Snid, yeah. Okay, that's not the worst. Hunting Drake, their Hunter. Back on top of their library as like a pseudo Time Walk. Might as well play out the Familiar now, because it's going to be 2 turns before they can ping. Yeah, if I draw... I mean, even Rushing River is not going to save us. They have Reckless Spite too? Kill 2 non-black creatures, lose 5 life. Alright. Yeah, their deck is insane. Their spell quality is through the roof. Yeah. Let's go to game 3 and hope that we can pull this one off, because it ain't going to be easy. I think we might want to bring in the Sway of Illusion to get them, though. We're going to need to tempo them out like we did in game 1. That's basically our only out. Sheesh. This is not going to be an easy match. Alright, game 3 here of the 3rd and final round. We are playing against a very scary Grixis deck. Hopefully they don't have turn 2 Razorfin Hunter again. Okay, not with that swamp they won't. Turn 2, ooh, Stormscape Familiar. Come on, Razorfin Hunter of my own. Boom. Dang it. I mean, we get to go turn 3 Coastal Drink, turn 4 Mire Kavu, turn 5 Mire Kavu, turn 6 maybe Magma Burst, but... Ay. That's the dream draw, I guess, right there. 2-drop into 4-drop. I do have 2 non-basic lands in my deck, but just a turn 3 3/3 is surprisingly OP in this format, you know? I feel like we're just going to get tempoed out after this. The Repulses, the Jilts. -1/-1, hit me for 4. Like, if I play this Mire Kavu and they have Jilt, or they have Repulse, it's basically game over. Crazy. Okay, they didn't. That's a good start. Maybe there's a chance. I wonder if I'm supposed to just take the hit from the Trenchworm if it attacks. Because I think when I have Magma Burst in my hand, we might try to race. Oh, they're not even going to give me that option. I see. All right, in that case, I'll offer the trade first. They might not even take it. Yeah, good. Kind of funny. I think I'm going to bait them here. No, I'm not. I was going to say, I'm going to play the Ancient Spring and have them kill it. Because that's going to eat up their turn, but... I guess when I have Magma Burst, I would rather wait on that. Because now we can next turn play the Ancient Spring and sack it to Magma Burst to kill their Trench. In fact, we would really like them to tap out here for another random 3/3 that doesn't do anything. Okay, they had another dagger. Sure. I mean, maybe they miss a land drop. No, they didn't. But if this Magma Burst resolves, They're going to have a very hard time winning, I think. Because we Magma Burst their Trenchworm, and now they're Familiar. Attack them for 8. So please, 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 one time, don't have Confound. I'm taking this. That was an aggressive attack. I like it. Okay. Zombie. Magma Burst. Hope it resolves. Yeah, they had nothing. All right, got the scoop out, got the 3-0. Let's go. Yeah, I think their deck was better than mine. Their card quality, their spell quality was through the roof, but sometimes you just get there. Like I said during the draft, Kavu, just the biggest thing in the format if you can get it as a 4-3. 4-mana 4-3 in this format is huge. Like I said, people are playing 5-mana 3-3s. So a couple of Kavu with some tempo or removal can really do some work. All right, nice little one there. Hopefully you enjoyed this flashback invasion block draft. I know the majority of you are probably not super keen on this, but it's nice to do a little something different every once in a while. And again, this is when I started playing draft and sealed heavily myself, so huge wave of nostalgia at the very least. But yeah, nice little 3-0. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back tomorrow. And